What are the correct pre-flop poker actions? Imagine sitting at a poker table, your cards are dealt, and now the real decision begins. What should you do next? Understanding the right moves before the flop can really change your game. After you get your to-hole cards, the first thing to remember is that your options are limited but important. The three main actions you can take are fold, call, or raise. Folding means you decide not to continue with that hand and forfeit any chips you've already invested. This is the best choice when your starting hand is weak or the betting gets too high. Calling is when you match the current bet or raise to stay in the hand without increasing your wager. It's useful if you have a decent hand but don't want to risk more chips right now. For example, if someone raises and you have a hand that could develop into something good, calling keeps you in the game without overcommitting. Raising is when you increase the bet beyond what was already wagered. This move shows strength and can help you build the pot if you hold a strong starting hand like high pairs or suited connectors. Raising also helps you take control of the hand and can push out weaker hands. The order of these actions starts with the player immediately to the left of the big blind and continues clockwise. The big blind acts last before the flop, which gives that player a slight advantage because they see how others act before making their move. Position plays a big role here. If you are in early position, you should play tighter, meaning more folding and less raising, because you have less information about what others are doing. If you are in late position, you can be more flexible and play a wider range of hands, often raising or calling more often. Your starting hand strength is also key. Premium hands like ace and ace, king and king, queen and queen, or ace and king suited should almost always be raised per flop. Medium hands like jack and 10 suited or 9 and ace suited might be raised or called depending on your position and how aggressive the table is. Weak hands, such as 7 and 2, are usually best folded. When facing a raise, you can choose to fold, call, or re-raise, which is called 3-betting. Re-raising signals strength or a bluff and can help you isolate opponents. Calling with speculative hands can be okay in certain situations, especially if you are getting good odds. Folding is the right move if your hand is unlikely to beat the raiser's range. Blind positions, the small blind and big blind, are forced bets made before cards are dealt. If no one raises, the big blind can check to see the flop for free. If there is a raise, they must decide whether to fold, call, or re-raise based on their hand and the size of the raise. Speaking of size, bet sizing matters. A common raise is about 2.5 to 3 times the big blind. Larger raises can be used to protect strong hands or to push opponents out of the pot. In the end, the best per-flop action depends on your hand, your position, and what others are doing. Playing tight in early positions and more aggressively in later ones, while adjusting to your opponent's tendencies, is the way to go. Knowing when to fold, call, or raise can set the foundation for a winning poker game.